I gotta say, I have to say this, the scenes that you did when she went to Paris. Oh my God.
Well, I love that because that's my favorite episode. It's my absolute favorite thing. And I also, as much fun as it was and how much I love doing the French and the plays, and I actually, we were all kind of taking props that everybody was like, what's the one prop that you want? And I wanted Jennifer's E.T., which nobody really saw, but it was the cutest thing. If you go to my Instagram, I've taken a picture of him. But he's the cutest thing ever. So I took my E.T., but I also found that episode to be, for me, it was so profound for Jennifer, because I really, as much as no one saw the 5 years she spent in Paris, or in France, she was in to me, Jennifer changed a lot during that time. So it's always been a really special episode for me.
How much fun was it making that music video?
Oh my God. I mean, first of all, fun was preceded by terror, because I was told by Terry, oh, you're going to do 99 Balloons. I'm like, oh my God, amazing. I know that song in English. Okay? So it was one of the greatest challenges, and because I'm also, P.S. I'm not a singer. I never said I was a singer to him. I did say, to be fair, the thing that made me want to be an actor was seeing Les Mis, and I wanted to be Eponine, and I love to sing at karaoke. So I was very nervous, but then what helped me and what I ended up loving about it was I got to enter Jennifer's fantasy, and Jennifer didn't care if she was a good singer or not. She just was like in this kind of world, and yeah, it also gave me the greatest party trick of all time. If we go do karaoke together, I will be doing 99 Red Balloons, the original German version. Yes.
Speaking about the Paris episode, I think it really kind of brought to a head what I've always thought about, Jennifer, is that she's kind of the heart of the team. She's the one that really has, at the core, she's kind of the heart of time. And she finally got through to, Cole that she matters. Oh, and that was something that I thought really, it tugged at me when it really bothered her. And I thought she finally realized that she mattered to herself. And she was able to get them to understand
so much, because that is exactly why that episode is so meaningful to me, because that's exactly it, and I'm so glad that translated to somebody, because that's exactly how I felt. Like, it kind of reminded me of that thing where you go away, like let's say you have a boyfriend or something, and you go away and you change and you come back and they're still treating you the same way you used to be when you didn't have the confidence or didn't realize how good you were inside, and like what kind, like just some kind of self-esteem, and I just love that about where that story goes. And I always felt that it came from, and this is going to sound really dumb, but when Jennifer does her play about the witness, like in French, it's her talking about how I'm the goddess of time, and I feel like Jennifer went method on that play and really kind of embodied being a goddess of time and finding her own power, and I think that's the journey of Jennifer. I feel like at the beginning she was this person who everybody said was crazy, and she was always just speaking the truth, and by the end of it I think she's always been trying on roles to see what her purpose is outside of herself, and I think we find kind of like the Wizard of Oz that it was always in her own backyard. She always had the power. It was just you, Jennifer. It was just you as you are, and you are the greatest of them all, kind of thing.
I'm wondering if it's going to come down to Jennifer and Olivia.
I definitely. There will be a showdown, but it definitely. What Ethan said to Jennifer wasn't for no reason. Like it's gonna come. Ethan in Jennifer's life has made a mark, and it is going to pay off. And yeah, it's so hard to talk about.
I love that connection, though. I mean, just talk about working with James Callis. It's amazing. Him on that show was amazing.
Yeah, I absolutely loved him, and I think initially though, even though I'm not method, but I did feel when I was with him exactly like Jennifer that there was a connection that was so instantly deep and yeah, it was weird because Terry and I talked about it, and it was like, it's not love, like romantic love, and it's not just even brother sister, it's like souls, like that primary, and it's even the word primary, like a primary connection, a primal kind of ancient thing that has linked these two, and I think Ethan is so meaningful to Jennifer. So that is definitely going to pay off.
Not to change the topic, but I have to ask you about Schitt's Creek because that's my favorite show.
Oh,
and the characters are so different.
Yeah.
Totally.
Who would you rather hang out with for the day, Jennifer or Stevie, and
oh
why?
boy. Okay, so I'd totally rather hang out with Stevie, just because I feel like hanging out with Jennifer would be exhausting. Jennifer would have a great time. It would be exhausting. However, the interesting thing about that is, every time someone comes up to me about Schitt's Creek and is like, "Oh, I love Stevie," I'm like, "Me too, I love Stevie," and I'm like, "Oh, Stevie," and then I realize I am being nothing like Stevie. I am disappointing them. I am being like Jennifer, and I can see their disappointment that I am not Stevie. And I have actually been on dates with people who have been like, who told me they like Schitt's Creek, and they're like, "Wow, you're way more animated, and you're way more out there." I'm like, "You should see this show called 12 Monkeys."
That's yourself.
Yeah. But I love Stevie. She's like, I wish I could be like Stevie. I am much more, I think, like Jennifer. But yeah, I love it. What's great about having both of them though too is I don't feel like I would be fully satisfied with that one, even though each individually on their own is like probably the greatest gift to an actor, you know?
So you get two great gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.